Hey guys, it's Love and Lux, and I am here for another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 3, episode 7, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Happy Monday to all of you, um, and so let's get to it. So first of all, we start with Stevie J and Benzino working on their bar that they mentioned previously, Sleazy and Zeno's Bar and Pub or something like that. Which I'm sorry, it's just the worst name you could ever think of. It's terrible. What were they thinking? But then you have to think about who they are. So for some reason, they thought that was a cute idea. And according to Funky Dineva, that bar was open basically for taping and ain't been open since. So they just be put on the front, and it just proves exactly what we already know about this show. But anyway, Jocelyn wants to have her own night, of course, because she's the baddest bitch, and she's, just feeling herself, and thinks that, of course, everybody will come to see her, and all eyes will be on her, and they will be coming to see her sing and dance, and just be, just as bad as she want to be. Excuse me. I mean, and so it's just the level of delusion is just beyond ridiculous. Um, and Benzino's girl, Althea, is there as well. And he's talking about how he's telling Stevie J how this is the girl that he wants to marry, and he want to give her a ring. And even Stevie J's like, dang, yeah, ooh, yeah, excuse me. I don't know, I'm doing all this yawning. I'm not like sleepy, but even Stevie J is like, dude, you moving too fast. Can you calm down? But that's kind of Benzino's mo. That's what he does. He whenever he get with some girl, then I mean they date for 2 weeks, and he's like, oh my god, I love her. She's the best thing ever. I want to marry her. And it's just stupid. Come to find out that Nico and Benzino's girlfriend Althea um, had a thing or were together. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Benzino, excuse me, Althea, who's Benzino's girlfriend, and Nico, who's Mimi's rat-looking boyfriend, apparently were together at some point. And so Althea told Benzino about it because she wanted it to be out on the table and not to be like this big deal. So, I mean, props to her for at least being honest about it. Um, then we go to Kirk and Rashida. I think they're at the doctor's office, and she's telling him she's going on vacation, and he's like, of course, he doesn't want her to go. He thinks the timing is bad. I'm so sorry, y'all, because I know y'all probably yawning too, because that's what happens. Is when you see somebody yawn. Now my eyes watering. It's always something. Either it's me coughing or sneezing or something, or me yawning. Just a mess. Um, but basically, that was all that was got out of that conversation. She's going, and so that's kind of that. And then they go to Dip's house, which then pretty much brings down everything. Um, it gets real heavy, and it's not something to make fun of her at all. Deb's son, which to be honest, I didn't really know much about the other sons that she had besides Waka. But Deb's youngest son apparently committed suicide. And so you see them at their home, Deb and Waka and Tammy. And of course, they're in mourning. And Deb was just talking about it and how, you know, the night before he was basically planning his funeral or whatever. And she was telling him, boy, don't play about that and that sort of thing. But, you know, apparently he was internalizing a lot of anger due to the fact that his mom and his brother lead public lives, and on the internet, a lot of people say a bunch of mess, and so he just really had a problem dealing with it, and so he committed suicide. And so it was sad. I think anybody having to go through that situation is really difficult. And as a person who, at one point in my life, was in that state of mind where I thought of, wanting to commit suicide myself, I know how low you have to be to get to that point. And so I really do sympathize with the son and the family. So yeah, that was just really, it was a sad part of it. And Waka, of course, doesn't really know how to deal with it, and he just doesn't want to talk about it. And Deb, of course, well, for her, she finds some comfort in being able to talk about it. So, it's real rainy outside and storming really bad, and Waka goes upstairs, and Tammy eventually does after the storm is really loud. But it's a really sad scene. I really feel for Deb because I like Deb. She's a no nonsense chick, but I think this season especially we've really gotten to see the softer side of her, and I really like her, and I feel like she really does care about her kids, and it's just not something that I wish on anybody to have to go through that. Um, so moving on from that, Young Jock has a showcase. Um, and I'm sorry, y'all. I just maybe I should know some of Young Jock stuff, but I'm not a big hip hop head, so okay. I mean, I guess he's making money, so good for him. But I can't tell you a Young Jock song. But that's not saying much because I'm more of an R&B dude myself and other genres. But I know, the mainstays in hip hop, but just Young Jock doesn't. I don't know. Um. So at his showcase, Carter Red is there, of course, because she there to support her man, and Kirk is there. And Kirk talks to her about Benzino and that Benzino and Stevie J are opening up a place. And she tells him that, she will always have a place in her heart for Benzino, and it just didn't work out. Um, and Kirk was all like, yeah, your face even lights up when you talk about him and stuff. And so then we get to Mama D, and she's at some um, place where you buy scooters. Um, and she can't just be normal going somewhere. She, of course, which one will carry the royal ass? And I just thought, royal ass is correct. You are a royal ass. Because she ain't got no damn sense. And it's just kind of this interaction between her and Scrappy about why is she in his business. And that he was just gonna let things cool off while he was gone. Of course, she got them meeting up and shit and doing the most when it wasn't really necessary. And I agree. She had no business. She didn't have any reason to be in any of that in the first place. Um. So. Um. Excuse me. he kind of Scrappy kind of saying, that he don't think it's gonna work out with the man. But of course, it's not gonna. I mean, Bambi was through with it already. So what does it matter if you say now that it's not gonna work out? She ain't really look. I mean, she ain't here for you no more. So, duh. But he talking about he would buy his mama the scooter if she stayed out of his business. And so she said she promised or whatever, but we know that shit ain't true. Cause I don't know, she ain't got nothing else to do, so and she crazy as hell, so you can't believe nothing that come out of her mouth. Um, and so we get to the opening of the restaurant, and it's so funny to me because VH1 definitely does this really good job of staging and making it seem like these events are like these big grand things, and everybody in Atlanta is talking about it, and it's just the biggest thing ever. And somehow I just don't think that's really the truth. So it's just kind of funny to me. And that's why, I mean, like I was saying before, this shit ain't even open anymore. So, and somehow I don't believe that, everybody in Atlanta was trying to get there to, that it was a hot spot or whatever. I didn't see no other celebrities, hell, besides, them. And I highly would not call them celebrities. But Carly Red and Erica, I think it was Erica, somehow are talking about somehow they brought up Benzino having a small dick, and Carly Red's like, but I like small dicks or whatever. It was just like, why would you do that? But she trying to get a shot in or whatever. But I'm just like, well, but you didn't have a problem with it when you was with him, so that's that. Oh, it was so that part where, okay, so Carly and Erica end up face to face with Benzino and his new girl Althea. And they meet, and it's they exchange pleasantries or whatever, and then Erica gonna say, "This is so weird," and Althea's like, "Why is it weird?" She's like, "Because no offense, it's just I always am so used to seeing him with Carly Red." And I just thought, why would you say that? Like, it was just, you shouldn't have opened your mouth in the first place. Like, this is so weird. So I really want to slap Erica for that, because yeah, it was maybe an awkward moment, but you didn't have to. I mean, we all know it. They all knew it. But you could have kept the pleasantries, and then that could have been it. And there wouldn't have been no ratchetness. Of course, that wouldn't have made the show better, but I'm just saying. Like, she didn't have to say that. That was already known. So, apparently, I think it was Althea who kind of threw out the first bit of shade or whatever, and then she was asking Carly Red, did she say so and so? And then, of course, we come to find out that bitch ass Kirk going back and telling what Carly Red said. And see, I can't stand folks like that. Okay, so I did that one time, and I learned my lesson back in elementary school. And it wasn't like I did it on purpose to try to start something, but I just didn't know no better. But that was a lesson that I still remember to this day. And so you just go back and there's just some folks that's just into that stuff, just starting shit and being shady as hell. And Kirk, just like the bitch he is, going back after he talked to Carly Red and some done went and told Althea or Benzino, whichever, oh, Carly Red said this and she missed you and blah 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 blah. So then, of course, we got shit started, which didn't need to happen. Althea throws her drink on her, and then Carly Red throws hers back, which I'm just like, that's some bullshit. Look, I might be pissed off or whatever, I may want to like kick you or punch you in the throat, but I'm not fixing to throw my damn drink. Hell, first of all, unless it's free, at some places, which I don't know if it's free if they damn opening, who knows? But drinks is too damn high at the club. I'd be damn if I'm fixing to throw my vodka, that was $4.50 for a glass or however much it be, um, in your face. Hell, so that's that. I ain't fixing to throw no drink. I'm gonna put my drink down, and then I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then I'm going to go back and pick up my drink and get back to sipping because I paid for that drink. Fuck this shit about throwing drinks in. That's y'all stupid as hell. But anyway, I'm sorry, I got real ghetto on that, but I'm just I'm frugal. And like when I go out, I have to count my coins, child, because I am not rich. And so when I buy me a drink, then I plan to drink all of it. I'm not fixed to waste any of it on your ass, because you stupid. Anyway, um, all this drink throwing go on, and then Carla Red smiling as they dragging her stupid ass out. Um, and Erica getting crunk, which I don't know exactly what she was, who you calling a bitch and blah blah blah, whatever. So they escort her out too. I partially feel like she just wanted to be in something because I mean she ain't got no damn storyline right now. We saw her with that boy O'Shea, Oshama, whatever his name is, and she just look a damn mess because she paying for all his shit. So ain't nobody checking for her right now because she ain't got no storyline. Nobody cares. So maybe I just feel like she wanted to be in some kind of drama. Um, so then after all that foolishness, Scrappy walks into some little bar where Bam is with her girls. And it almost seemed like she wasn't expecting him. He shows up because he knows she's there, and he was like, "Excuse me, can I talk to this little one right here or something?" You know how you talk. And she gave him the look from hell, like, "Bitch, what are you doing here? Like, get the fuck out." And so they go to like the main bar and they're talking or whatever, and she's telling them, she's just like, "Look, I don't know why your mama is all in our business anyway, and I don't do all this drama. Um, I tried to be cordial, and it was a mistake, and I'm over it, and I don't want to be with you, and just forget all of this." And then he was trying to then put it back on her that she was this and she was that, and she was just like she wasn't having it, and which she should have. I was all here for Bambi because I would have been the same way. Before you get that bullshit out of your mouth talking about it's me, it ain't just me. It's you and all this crap you got going on, and the fact that you trying to be with somebody but then not wanting to commit, just want to have all these little friends and all of this crap. So basically, they ain't together no more for now, which is a good thing, and I hope that Bambi stays away from his ass because he ain't no good. Um, then we get to Mimo. That should be their name, their couple name Mimo. Mimi and Nico's party. Everybody having all these damn parties. Why are you having a party? Because y'all been together for a year. Whoop de doo. Y'all ain't married. Don't nobody really care that much. But anyway, so this the little party that Don. Oh my hair look hot mess in the back. Y'all forgive me. Um, much was coming on undone. It's just a frizzy mess. It's not cute. Anyway, that's why I got my head kind of out of the shot so you don't see my nappy head. Um, but anyway, we had Mimi and Nico's party, and Don is introducing them. And, of course, she has to say, they are Atlanta's adult entertainment power couple, and blah, blah, blah. And Nico get up and he has to talk about the tape too. And Mimi's just like, "Oh God, I just wanted us to celebrate, us. And do we have to really bring the tape in it right now?" And so here I'm about to be judged. Um, and then meanwhile, back at the ranch, Althea and Benzino are getting ready for the party, and Benzino doesn't want to go. Somehow he promised, what's her name, Don, that he would cover it for his little old magazine that don't nobody care about nothing about except Jocelyn. Um, but he don't want to go, and then he's like, "Well, how long was you? How long were you with?" Or how long ago was it that you and Nico, was fucking or whatever? And she was just like, "Well, I was in high school. It's like a long, long time ago." Um, and so Benzino is just not here for it, and Althea wants to go. But I think, as we're seeing, Althea ain't scared of no drama. She all for it. Um, and even Mimi then at the party throws in a little tidbit about that Althea was messing with Stevie J, which we didn't know about that part. So not only has Althea been with Nico, she's been with Stevie J, and now she's been with Benzino. So she's making her rounds. Um, and Nico says that she called him recently, like she wanted another connection or whatever, and so Mimi is not happy with that because she don't understand why they are talking, why they have each other's numbers or any of that shit. Um, so that's that. And then the last scene is Carly Red and Jocelyn meeting up at some restaurant. Oh, speaking of Jocelyn, back in that scene before, I forgot what she had on, like this little short wig that looked like something from like the 50s or whatever, and it's not cute on her because she just looked all mannish. But throw that wig out. Now that little wig you had on at the end that had a little more wave and curling, it was cute on you. It's short too, but you really need to be careful because it doesn't take much for you to look real mannish. So, girl, get it together. Um, so Jocelyn and Carly Red are talking. Jocelyn don't really care that much about Carly Red, but she know Carly Red know the tea. So that's basically the reason for this these two getting together. Um, and so Jocelyn tells her about Althea getting around town, and Carly Red tells her about how they got into the drink throwing foolishness. Basically, they're talking about how their guys are hoes, and Carly Red saying, she left her phone in his car, and tracking where he going and all this stuff because she can't trust him, and Mimi, I'm not Mimi. Jocelyn was saying, I've been having just these feelings. Like I know I can't trust Stevie J, and so I'm gonna have to go through his phone again. And so she went through his phone, and she finding all this stuff, um, pictures of titties and ass, basically. No surprise there. Um, she's saying, he won't talk about the wedding, and she's saying she don't even know if she want to just stay. If they should, if they should stay married or if they should get a divorce right now. That's what she's thinking. And so Steve J to my, I'm gonna find my own place. So apparently they're on the rocks now. Oh, and I almost skipped over the part where Deb and Tammy go to a radio station. Um, and they're on the radio talking about no reckless internet posting, and just about how um, a lot of people just post crap online, and they just say whatever they want because when you're online, there's no fear of any retaliation for saying what you want to say. Um, So people just can be really awful and bully and attack others. And we all know people who do that shit. And it's just, I mean, I understand where Deb is coming from. And when you have had a child who was a victim of it, and just the extent of where that went, I think it's a good thing that she's trying to raise awareness about it and make something positive come out of it. So this is the first Love and Hip Hop where I actually felt like throughout the ratchetness there was something positive that came out of it that hopefully somebody can take with them and make positive changes to their lives, instead of it just all being a bunch of bullshit just for entertainment. So anyway, we'll see what's going on. Next week we get to see more of Erica and this Mr. O'Shea. I guess she come to her senses finally. It's just stupid to begin with, if you ask me. And please try not to go in on me and my hair. I started to just put on a cap because I know I'm still looking a mess. Me and these twists, Lord Jesus. It's just sometimes I just don't know, especially with my hair being this short. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your Monday and a great rest of your week. And I will see you again for probably the next time will be for another Love and Hip Hop. And then coming after that next week is when I go back to get my hair retwisted. Thank you, Jesus. I sometimes wonder if me in these 3 weeks is. Sometimes I feel like I need to go every 2 weeks, but Lord, I don't know if my budget can handle all of that. Yeah, so I'll be back for an update on my twist, and I'll let you see up close what all this foolishness looks like, and the magic that my stylist Damien does on it. So, like I said, you guys have a great night, and if you would, please press the subscribe button and like this video. Peace.